episode of Detail, Peyton Manning cracked a few jokes at Tom Brady's expense on a completed pass to Rob Gronkowski along the sideline against the Packers. Peyton said he believed it was actually intended for Mike Evans, but ended up in the hands of Gronk. Peyton also said that Brady would never admit it, since he never even admitted that he lost track of what down it was against the Bears. So, Shannon, are these cheap shots or valid shots?
I think they're valid points, Skip. I think I've made this assessment. It is so hard to critique and analyze Tom Brady, because anytime you critique him or you offer an honest assessment of him, people automatically say you're a hater, you're jealous, you're just mad you didn't play as long as he's played, or you didn't play as well. He got 6 Super Bowls. But to think that Tom Brady can't make a mistake would be somehow, would not do him or you or anyone any justice. I believe he was trying to throw the ball away, and Gronk just appeared out of nowhere, because as Peyton detailed, is that he never looked at Gronk. It's hard for me to see a situation where a guy just all of a sudden just, okay, I'm going to throw Mike Evans, and then Gronk falls out of the sky under that. It's just, look, and people going to say, well, Peyton is mad because he wasn't as good as Brady, as long as Brady. Peyton is pretty content in his life. Peyton won 5 MVPs. He went to 4 Super Bowls. He won 2. He's a Super Bowl MVP. Granted, Tom is still playing at a high level. But I don't think Peyton tries to take cheap shots at him. He's just offering an honest assessment. And if there's any quarterback that's going to critique another quarterback, and I'm going to say, okay, I'll take that to my bank. Because that's what Skip Bayless tells me. Skip Bayless tells me that anytime with certain people, he's going to take that, hit his bank. I'm going to take that to my bank. Now, what I want to hear is, I want to hear analysts. When Tom Brady held up those 4 fingers, I want to know what they thought he was thinking. It was 4 more days till Halloween, it was 4 days to Thanksgiving, or he held up 4 fingers because that's how old he was when he got his first bite. That's what I want to hear what they say. Because Peyton and I both know he forgot the downs. And you know it too. But you want to blame it on he was dinged.
He was dinged.
Had he thrown a touchdown, you wouldn't have mentioned nothing about dinged. Would you? So don't mention it now.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, your turn.
I will give Peyton Manning this. He can genuinely be funny. Some of his Peyton's places on ESPN.com are very funny. When he did SNL, hosted, he's done it a couple times. He was really funny. This was not funny. This was just pure, unadulterated jealousy.
See?
That's what it was. It just was. This is a quarterback who's about 1.5 years older than Tom Brady, who had to call it a career after the 2015 season Super Bowl because his body was just betraying him. By the end of his run, he could barely throw it across the room. You know it, and I know it. He was nothing but a game manager down the stretch, and he was a really good game manager. But he did beat Tom Brady in the AFC Championship game.
Did it, and the AFC Championship game before that, and the AFC Championship game before, the last 3 AFC Championship games that they faced.
But in the AFC Championship game 2015 season, he threw for a grand total of 176 yards and had a QBR of 36 in that game that they did win. That scale of 0 to 100. And then in the Super Bowl, in which he outdueled Cam Newton.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far.
He threw for 141 yards with a QBR of 9.
Yeah.
He won the Super Bowl with a QBR of 9 because of this guy named Von Miller, who just took the game over as an edge rusher for your Denver defense. Okay, back to this. This smacks of nothing but, remember me? I'm Peyton Manning. I did beat Tom Brady several times in several big games. And I'm not getting enough shine right now because he's getting it all.
Oh, my goodness.
Because he's taking over pro football right now. He is the front runner for MVP.
He ain't no front runner.
Yes, he is. He is.
Skip, he got the 4th best odds.
He's taken little shots, little cutesy, little funny shots at Tom all season long. But this one went right over the line. This one was out of bounds because this one, to me, is flat out wrong.
Skip, he says he does not believe Tom was trying to throw the ball to Mike Evans and Gronk appeared. What's wrong with that?
Okay, nothing's wrong with it except that it's wrong. If you look closely at this play, if we could see it again, he looks quickly at Mike Evans, and I don't know if Mike Evans was his first read or not. Did you see the little quick hitch toward Evans? I think he also wanted to hold that zone corner as close as he could to Mike Evans because he saw Gronk in the over route all the way across the field. And if you think that pass was intended for Mike Evans, you're flat out dead wrong.
I agree.
That pass is 15 yards over Mike Evans, and it hit Gronk right in the bread basket.
So he never looked at Gronk, though.
What do you mean he never looked at him?
He never looked at Gronk.
Yeah, he did. He came back to him. He came back to him. His eyes came back to Gronk. And the great Troy Aikman said, live on Fox, national television, he said, the best throw of the day, because it was the best throw of the day.
You probably should listen to the sound because it influences what you're going to say.
Why?
I say it influences what you're going to say on air. That's why I don't listen to the sound.
Oh, why you don't listen to the sound?
That's why I don't listen to it.
Well,
because I don't want them to influence what I'm going to say.
Well, that just verified what I thought immediately. That's a throw. And it was into pretty tight coverage, but it was not intended for Mike Evans in any way, shape, or form.
This is like the guy shoots the shot, a three-point shot, and he hits it off the glass. Oh yeah, I meant to do that, bank. I called bank. No, you didn't.
You can always see that immediately. You can say, pure luck.
Skip, you got to stop this.
Like the one LeBron made, falling out of bounds at Washington. Remember that?
Yes.
I accidentally banked it in, or the runner that he accidentally banked in against Toronto.
Skip. We've got to stop this notion. If we offer an opinion that's not favorable to Tom Brady, it can't always be jealousy. It can't always be hater. It can't be always we're envious because our careers wasn't as long as his. Because if everything that we say is going to invalidate everybody, it's hard to believe that Peyton Manning doesn't know what he's talking about. I might not know as much football as Peyton or Troy Aikman, but I played the game. I know a little something.
You do.
But I'm going to trust Peyton on this one. Maybe he's wrong. Maybe the other guy that said it was a great throw, maybe he's wrong. Maybe we'll never know. But that's okay. But we can't say...
Well, what do your eyes tell you?
My eyes tell me I'm going with Peyton. No, my eyes tell me.
I don't think so. Because your heart hates Brady. You're just looking for any little morsel that you can criticize a man who is edging away in the MVP race.
Yeah, but first of all, that's not what the odds say. That's not what Fox Bets say, and that's not what some of the other gambling houses say.
It's what Pro Football Focus said on Monday.
That ain't no gambling site. They do be gambling. They be gambling with them stats. Because remember, they had 3 guys that was on the All-Pro for a week ago. And they got the worst defense in football. Now, the Pro Football Focus graded those guys, 3 of them.
That was against the Giants.
Yeah, exactly.
A game that Andy Dalton actually won.
How in the hell you go from a All-Pro 1 week to now they don't even mention your name the following 2 weeks?
So the point right now that is just eating Peyton up is that Tom Brady isn't just a game manager, he's a game boss. He took over the game at Las Vegas. He threw a party on the Raiders, who came in hot. They had just gone in and outgunned Mahomes in Mahomes' backyard.
They beat the Saints, too.
Right? Okay? They won 40-32 at Kansas City, and I thought, boy, this is going to be tough for Tampa Bay. And you know the rest of the story. He took the game over. Well, Peyton wasn't taking games over in his final year, and that was 5 years ago.
Okay, Skip, I give you that. Tom is playing unbelievable. But the guy does have 5 regular season MVPs. The guy retired with all the numbers.
Sure.
Most 300-yard games, most passing yards, most passing touchdowns. So Peyton's career, he doesn't have to take a back seat to anyone.
Tom Brady is already talking about playing 3 more years.
Okay, that's fine. That doesn't, Skip, he can play 10 years. It won't diminish what Peyton has accomplished.
Okay, and how about the final cheap shot from Peyton Manning?
What did he say?
About Zoom press conferences. Oh, well, you're lucky today. You don't have those reporters right in your face at your locker.
True.
Did Tom Brady, when he played all those years in New England, ever have the reporters in his face at his locker? No, he always went to an interview room. You saw it?
Right.
He'd go somewhere across the hall, so would Belichick.
But, Skip, you know it's a lot easier because as opposed to you're on Zoom, as opposed to even though you're at the podium, to have 50 guys, 60 guys, and men and women in a room asking you questions.
I think they pop them up on the screen. I think you can see who's asking you the question.
It's different, Skip. You know Zoom is different. Skip, you know Zoom is different.
I hear hard questions every Sunday. I see people getting irritated every Sunday.
I don't hear that. We make excuses, like you make excuses. Oh, Skip, when he threw the pick 6, what did Skip Bayless come out here and say, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, that guy went to an Ivy League school. He ain't got no business on the field with Tom Brady. You didn't say Tom was late and inside with the throw. You put it on the receiver. And that's what people do. That's not what I do, but that's what people do. They make excuses because how could Tom Brady, like I said, he's human. Okay, he forgot the down. It's okay. I don't look at him as any less. He accomplished what he's accomplished, but he forgot the down. He forgot the down. He forgot. It's simple.
The 2 pick sixes were the same play that he's never run. And it's a weird play because it's an inside screen pass with 2 options for speed outs on both sides. And so if you look to the screen and you don't like what you see immediately, you have to pick one side or the other for a quick out to, what's his name, Justin? I can't even think of his name. There's a kid from Penn who doesn't even play very much. And both times he picked him to the right boundary, and it went to the house.
And guess what happened? Aaron Rodgers ran the exact same play. He tried to run the speed out from the slot with Adams, and guess what? It got picked because he was late.
Speed out. That was more upfield.
It was an out. It was an out.
It was an out. But these are the ones where you just take off to the boundary.
But guess what? If you late and inside with it, it's going to the house.
Okay. And since then, he's 15 touchdowns to 1 pick.
Whoa. What you mean since when? Since when? So they didn't start. So the season didn't start until after he threw those 2 pick sixes. So now the season starts officially.
Who's had the best stats since then?
No. Who has the best stats since the season started? We don't do that, Skip Bayless.
Okay, let's do the whole season then. Who has the most big-time throws, says Pro Football Focus, for the whole season? For the whole season. It's a great stat.
Skip.
Tom Brady leads the league with 24 of those. Who has the fewest turnover-worthy throws of the whole year? We'll do the whole year, all 7 games.
Hold on,
Tom Brady.
Who has the fewest turnovers? Not worthy plays, turnovers. That would be one Aaron Rodgers. That would be one Patrick Mahomes, boy. Am I correct?
Who has more touchdown passes than either of those?
Oh, Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson. And Russ I still trust.
Well, there you go. I got Brady for MVP, and Peyton is sick and tired of hearing about how great Tom Brady is.
Let me ask you a question. If Tom Brady wins another MVP, will he surpass Peyton as far as MVPs?
Well, no, but who's better? Who's had the better career?
Okay.
Well, tell me. Help me out. I want you to be on record.
Skip.
Better career, Peyton or Brady?
Skip, look at this is why I look at it. Now, people ask me all the time. If I'm Peyton Manning, I'm not trading my career. Gronk has been more dominant. Antonio Gates has more touchdowns. Gonzo. I'm not trading my career for Gonzo's, Antonio Gates, Gronkowski, Travis Kelce, none of them. Kittle, I'm good. Peyton Manning says, you know what? When I retired, I had every record with 5 MVPs and 2 Super Bowls. I'm good. Somebody comes along and beat that. That's like Jack Nicklaus. Skip, he retired. He had 18 majors, 6 green jackets. If somebody comes along and beat that, I ain't got nothing for you. But I did what I did. I'm in the clubhouse. Peyton was in the clubhouse with the lead. Brady has passed him. Maybe somebody comes, and maybe Rodgers, and maybe Mahomes. But I'm good with this.
Peyton is stuck in the clubhouse.
He good, though.
And Tom Brady has only 6 rings thanks to 6 game-winning drives in the fourth quarter or overtime. I think Peyton is looking up at him and will always look up. And by the way, I don't think Tom has even made the turn to the back 9 yet.
Okay, Lord. Well, he don't even know what the back 9 is, remember?
That's all you got. That's all you and Peyton got.
I just don't know. Is it jealousy that you were stronger? I mean, you've been wanting the guy to retire for years. He's not going anywhere.
Nah, I want him to keep playing.
Tom Brady.
I got to have something to talk about.
Around. Oh, and just for the record, Manning is right about the Zooms being easier for the athletes because I miss having the ability to talk to athletes one-on-one so much. Zoom is easier for now, and they're going to have to go back to it one day. But want to remind you guys, Terry Bradshaw is putting $1 million up for grabs again in this week's free-to-play Super 6 contest. All you have to do is correctly predict the outcome of 6 NFL games. So make sure you get your picks in before kickoff Sunday for your chance to be a millionaire. And for top stories, scores, and more, go to the Fox Sports app. Would LeBron sit out the first month of next season? Yeah, we're already talking about next season. We've got the details coming up.